Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for visiting my channel. Today we'll be speaking about a very important topic. The fact that when you level up your life to become the woman God has called you to be, not everyone will be happy. The fact is, becoming the woman God has called you to be or upgrading your life will cost you. You will need to make sacrifices. It will be changing old habits, changing old mindsets, changing old behaviors to become a better version of yourself or to become the woman God has called you to be. So those are big sacrifices that you will need to make. You don't do the same things or think the same way in order to change. You will have to change your habits. You will have to change your mindsets. Another thing that it will cost you, most likely or possibly, is relationships, your current relationships. So let's dive into that a little bit. I really want to talk about what that looks like. So before you change, before you become a better version of yourself, before you submit to God and become the woman that God has called you to be, people knew you as one thing. They knew you as one identity. They probably boxed you into that identity, and now you want to change. And a lot of people aren't comfortable with that. Change scares some people, right? And if they're not in a place where they want to change, where they want to submit themselves to God, then they might find your willingness to grow and to change off-putting. And you may notice that they'll start making comments about your growth and your change, and those comments may not be positive. Now, there may be people in your life who will support you, encourage you, and cheer you on, and be thankful for those people. But not everyone is like that, and I'm speaking from experience because I experienced it myself. And I'll give you, some examples where people may try to diminish your desire to change. For example, say you used to dress a certain way. Maybe you were very casual in your style, and so you started up leveling your daily style and decided that you wanted a more refined style. And someone who might be used to you just dressing in casual clothing may see you out, and instead of saying, you look nice, or why the change, they may say things like, where are you going? Why are you all dressed up? I don't get it. Like, why are you wearing your nice clothing? It's not like we're doing anything, right? They may make little undermining comments like that. But my advice to you is, if changing your style and dressing well is something that you want to do it. Just, ignore the comments, or just let them know, listen, this is a new me. The old me may have wanted to dress more casually, but I've grown, I've changed, and this is how I want to present myself to the world. They'll either understand it or not, but don't stay stuck because of someone's negative comments. Even if you love that person, you can't stay stuck because you love someone. Another way someone may comment is, maybe you lived a party lifestyle before. Maybe you were going out every weekend and you were drinking and you were getting drunk, and you realize you don't want to live that life anymore. That life does not reflect the kind of woman that you want to be anymore. And people may say, oh, maybe your party buddies or the people you used to party with may say, oh, you think you're better than us? Not understanding that you have different values, you've changed, and you want to be a different person. It's not about them, it's about you. But sometimes people will make it about themselves, and you can decide to have that conversation with them, why you've decided not to party. Or you might just choose to distance yourself from them in a loving way, but or create boundaries where, listen, you could ask them to just respect where you are and who you are right now, especially if you were close to them at one point. But sometimes people will try to make you feel guilty about you evolving and changing your life. But again, I'm going to encourage you to keep on that journey. A big one in becoming the woman God has called you to be is when you decide, you know what, I really want to be serious about my walk with God. I want to live in holiness in a world where it's very normal for Christians to live a lukewarm lifestyle. Many people, including other Christians, may not understand your stance in, not doing certain things because you want to live in holiness. And they may say things like, it doesn't take all of that. You don't need to do all of that. You're doing too much. But if God has called us to holiness, it's said in His Word that we should be holy as God is holy. Of course, none of us will ever be perfect, right? We're human and we need the Holy Spirit to help us. But if they're not understanding, then I don't know, point them to the Word, and let them know that lukewarm living is not of God. And to fully become the woman that God has called you to be, you really have to be fully submitted to God, despite what the naysayers have to say. You may even go through a period where your friendships may fizzle out, where God may separate you from some people for a season, where you may have a season where you're just spending time with God in the Word and not a lot of time with your old friends. God may separate you from certain people, and you may make other connections with women who are serious about their walk with God and serious about living in purpose. I'm not saying to cut off people. No, I'm saying that sometimes these things happen naturally. And if you have any experience, please share in the comments. So how would I encourage you today? I would tell you that do not stay the same. Stay stuck. Stay not walking in purpose and fulfilling your purpose because of other people's opinion or the words that they say or their undermining. You change and you grow. You never know. You may inspire them on your journey, even if they weren't on board before. And if they're not on board, so be it. Not everyone can move with you to your next level. Some people just can't come along with you, and that's just the way it is. It's just facts that I'm speaking, right? But you can't refuse to shine your light so that other people will feel comfortable. That's just not how you become the woman that God has called you to be. And I'd also encourage you to join a community or find other women who are on a level up journey, or women who are walking in purpose, or women who will encourage you and cheer you on, women who will challenge you, women who will encourage you to grow. That's how you grow, having that support, having that community. And if you can't find it in real life yet, see if you can find it online. So I just want to encourage you to continue to grow, continue to level up, continue to become the woman that God has called you to be, and do not let anyone's negativity stop you on that journey. Be blessed.